Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to Wednesday. We
Hey,
made it to
everybody.
Monday and we're welcomed to Wednesday. Everybody's doing good out there. I apologize. We had a couple of hellos. The first 2 minutes of hellos I didn't get to see because I was having some chat software issue. But now I'm back. Now Jody saw them, so they didn't fall upon deaf eyes exclusively.
Wait, what?
You heard me. All right, we got a couple UKers and somebody from Germany. Very nice. Hope you guys are all doing good. Like I said, we're halfway through. We're at Wednesday, so that's great. That's great.
That's great.
That is
Just great.
just. It's. I would go as far as call that super. That's super.
What about super duper?
I don't know. It's only Hump Day. It's not Friday, so I don't know if I go for that.
Okay. So, Ixnay on the Uper Day.
Yes. I mean S. Yay. Yay. All right. Let's see what we got. We get Turkey, Italy, Bolivia, Sweden, Morocco. Wow. We got people everywhere.
Nice. I guess we
Awesome.
should keep talking.
Yeah. All right. Well, and we can talk, and we can hop on to the main event here. We could just look at some SketchUp. So hey guys, welcome to SketchUp Live Wednesday edition. I am Aaron. With me, as always, is Jody.
Hi, everyone.
Uh,
Thanks for having me.
oh, you're you're co-hosting now, so it's not a thing anymore. This is just reality. This is our new normal. I've
The
heard that
new
term a
normal.
lot lately. New normal.
I asked the lady at Home Depot the other day, as I'm standing 6 feet away from her with a mask on, if she was used to this or if this has become her new normal, and she's like, "God, I hope not." She apparently was not fond of the distancing of the masks. I don't know.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's all happening for a good reason, though, right? I mean,
Yeah, yeah. She didn't sound that angry. She sounded a little tired,
I get that. That
which I
makes
get.
sense. In fact, I feel like Laura here probably needs an update to her outfit, so we'll go ahead and do that.
There you go. What better way to sit here and stare at your screen than to draw face masks on all the
That's right.
things? That's
There
gonna
we
be
go.
like the new thing. Instead of drawing mustaches on magazine covers, you're drawing face
Face
masks.
mask. There we go. Now it's a new normal. Actually, to take that one step further, I should probably also, while we're in here, give her some gloves too, because Laura's smart and safe. And there we go. Oh, oh, oh. And she thought ahead and purchased her PTE ahead of time. So good job, Laura. Hey
Nice.
guys,
Good job.
let's get back to hey. Hi. Sorry, easily distracted. Been locked up for too long. Yeah, let's do some sketching. Let's do some SketchUpping. First, so what we're gonna do today is we're gonna take a look at some machine parts. Kind of the thing we've gotten into on Wednesday is doing some dimensioned drawings and actually drawing everything to scale and being real precise. It is, I will say this again, it's an incredible way to get used to SketchUp, and it's a good way to stay tuned and stay good with what you're doing and how keep your sketching skills sharp. So we're going to do some more of that. I did, as per usual, create a SketchUp topic over on our forum, forums.sketchup.com. If you haven't been there, it's a great place to get help with SketchUp. And I did actually post 5 drawings. I kind of grabbed them because there's 1 or 2 things about each one that I thought was kind of neat or maybe a little bit of a challenge. So we'll see. I don't know how many we'll do. Maybe we'll do all 5. Maybe we'll do 3. I don't know. Don't really have a specific thing I want to do, but they're all up there. So you are more than welcome to download and follow along as we model. Or if you like, you can just download them now and model them later and just watch for now. Just watch, listen, whatever. I do want to do one more shout out, as usual, to our Finish This House contest. Also on the forums, Finish This House is a template of a building that you get to take in SketchUp and add to or finish that geometry out and submit it through our 3D warehouse onto our forum. So if you go to our forum, if you're new to it, it'll be pinned to the top. If you have already been there and lost it, just search for Finish This House contest. So
Or you
it's
can
pretty
go to
good.
that link I just put in chat.
Or just follow the link. Keep it simple. I will say that I have been watching. We've had a couple of entries come in just this week, and there are some good ones. Some people are getting there's a couple people who are just doing some nice, clean, straightforward modeling, just making it a residential house looks awesome. And then you got a handful of other people who are doing something unique, making it something totally different. So maybe what we'll do is maybe next week we'll actually jump on this and spend some time making this into something new. Maybe by next Friday we could get polling some polling services in place and actually poll you guys how we should, as a community, do an entry for this. That might be kind of fun.
Crowdsourcing. Wow,
That's right.
So early 2010.
Leverage your brain power, because what we got on this side of the camera is limited, so you got to reach out. All right, so let's model some stuff. I'm going to start by just importing one of the images. So I'm going to import it through a watermark. If you guys have seen this before, I like to keep the image on the screen, but not necessarily, I'm not going to trace it. They're isometric views. It would be difficult to trace. So I'm just going to go to my styles, go to edit my style, and click on the watermark button. I'm going to hit plus to add one of these. I guess I'll start with the one I called part 1. I'm not sure which one that is. That's this one.
Something happened and I can't see your screen again.
Uh-oh.
I'm just looking at you.
Oh, well, so it's not a total loss. All right, hold on one second. I don't want to ruin any surprises for the future by showing anything. I'm going to set everybody else to watch nothing for a second. I don't want to ruin Jody's big reveal. That's what I don't want to do.
Oh yeah, I have a big reveal.
Oh yeah, you don't even know about it. Don't worry about it. All right. So I'm going to put this at 100% background image, and I'm going to position it down the lower right corner and just drop it down so it's big enough to see, but not going to necessarily cover anything up. That way, I can actually do everything I would inside SketchUp. See there, Laura can step on the drawing if she wants, and it's not going to get in my way. I actually don't need this open either, so I can have as much space as possible to do this modeling. So I'm assuming, once again, these drawings actually came up all over the place. Some of them were in inches, some of them were millimeters, some of them were, I think one or two of them actually said it's centimeters, which is weird to me. I'm going to assume everything here, well, this is 2, so I'm going to assume this is actually inches. So we'll go ahead and model this one as inches, which is something we haven't done before. We've always gone to meters, but let's model this one real size in inches and see what happens. Ooh, so excited. All right, so one of the things I noticed about this is quite a few dimensions kind of pull off of these center points. So I'm thinking what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a line right here, just any arbitrary line, and I'm going to pull this first. I'm going to use my measurement tool to pull a line down 1 inch, and I'm going to pull another one up 1 inch. That gets me these two lines right here.
Can we call these freedom units instead of like the Queen's
imperial
metrics?
Or metric?
Yeah, yeah.
You know what, Jody? You can call them whatever you like. How's that?
Just stop talking.
I didn't say that. You said that. Right. So I've just created a couple guidelines. So these represent basically this section right here, where I have these two lines that are 2 inches apart right here, and then I have one line horizontally running between them. I'm just going to use those as reference as I start putting this geometry in. So my thought, the way I would go about this is probably model this piece that's on the floor first, get my 2 circles in, and then I would pull my way up. It's pretty easy to see these lines and think it'd be easy to start at the top and go down. And I suppose it would be, but I like to generally start with my biggest mass, pull upwards, and then start chipping off pieces as I pull up more. So I'm going to start with my two bigger circles. Here I have a diameter of 1.5, and I'm assuming they're only one of them's labeled. I'm going to assume they're both the same. So I'm going to start right here, and I'm just going to use a 24-sided circle. That's plenty for me. I'm going to pull it this direction, 0.75. So 0.75 radius is going to make a 1.5 inch diameter, or that's right, yeah, diameter as opposed to radius. My inner circle is 1 inch, so I'm going to draw another circle inside there of 0.5 radius, and there we go. I'm going to delete that. This is the ring I want. It is in here twice, so I'm going to go ahead and grab it, use move to click from the other, and copy.
You're freaking everybody out
here
with these guides.
I know. I'm growing, guys. What can I say? I can't help it.
Well, hopefully make it through this whole thing without anybody just dropping on us.
I'm sorry. I apologize. I mean to freak you out like that. All right. What is not clearly defined here is this piece right here, but it looks like that comes straight down. So I'm going to make an assumption that I have this middle piece, something like that. I think that's what that is right there. And then, this is the part where it got weird. We have this little flange on the side. I think it's on both sides. It comes to it's off the middle point, so it's right off of here. And it is 1 inch out from this line right here. So what I could do, again, more guides, I know, I apologize. I'm gonna grab this line right here. I'm gonna take it this way 1 inch. That puts that point right there. And then it actually came off the center, so that is the point that is the center of our circle. We're done. All right, so I'm gonna come in here with my circle now. Keep it simple. We have a diameter of 0.25 and a radius of 0.25. So I'm gonna start with this one right here. I'm gonna pull the same direction I have all the others. And guess what? That actually lines up so that that 0.25, that 1/4 inch, hits the side of the drawing. So I'm just gonna drop it right there. Now we got one that's half of that, which is 0.125 for our inner diameter. Getting there. All right, so that kind of looks like it just does that maybe. So I'm just going.
Do you want to flip it around on the back side first, or wait until after?
Yeah, I'll get all the pieces on and then copy it over here also. I do also want to take this piece right here, and I got to get that over onto the other side. So I could do some stuff here where I kind of use inferencing to figure out which points I connected, or, you know, I'm a big fan of rotate. So I'm just going to grab rotate. I'm going to go to this point right here, go to the green axes, click option copy, flip it over 180 degrees, and then I can just get rid of this and this. And now I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to grab that shape right there. I'm going to rotate, this time on the red axis, from my middle point. I don't have middle point. Oh, really? That's how you want to do this, huh?
It's getting weird.
Fine. I'll just draw a line.
So it looks like it's supposed to be an inch. Mr. Richards already suggested this, and it kind of looks like it's an inch from the center line to the middle of that circle.
Right. Is
that what you're getting?
That should be what I got at. No, I was just looking. There's not a snap point right here that I was trying to copy off of, so I just drew a line real quick. I went back to my line drawing ways. That way we can grab this, option copy, and flip that right over 180 degrees again. Oh, that didn't work. That's wrong. Look at that. Wrongness.
Uh-oh.
Huh. I wonder why that's wrong. Okay, let me check something. Here to here is 3/4 of an inch. Here to here is 3/4 of an inch. Maybe I did something wrong. Let me try that again. Red axes, click here, option, flip it over. Okay.
Right.
Yeah, I clicked I clicked wrong. Oh boy. Okay.
Yeah, so they say measure twice, click once.
That's right. With that, I have all of my geometry. I can get rid of my guides. Now, I intentionally left all these pieces separate. So at the bottom, they're all going to join into one plate. But right now, I can just take this piece right here, push it up 0.25. Same thing here. Whoops. I can pull that up to here. This one is going to go up to here, and then an additional 0.25. These circles right here are going to come up to here, and then an additional 1/2 inch. So normally, as I design, I would try to keep those pieces pulled together so I would have, I won't have anything weird going on. Well, speaking of weird, I didn't get my, all right, let's back it all up. All right, I'll start by reversing this face. Not sure how I did it, but I somehow really broke apart my curves there. Maybe that'll be better. All right, so if you get that thing where I was pulling this up and I wasn't seeing, say it left an empty underside, if you hit the modifier key down at the bottom to create new starting face, I'm just going to tap Option once and then pull that up 0.25. Then same thing over here. I'll start pulling this one up. Got the empty bottom face, Option 0.25.
Any guess what you did to explode all your arcs?
I wasn't paying attention. I was hoping somebody else was. See, they're still.
That question's coming up. Richard would like to know what the heck he did.
So the ideal way to probably model that would have been to draw my circle on the ground and pull it up right away. That would have got me nice, clean cylinders. Then draw the next piece, pull that up. Then draw the next piece and pull that up instead of drawing them all flat. Because when I have them all flat, it's causing two problems. It's breaking geometry, obviously, but it's also causing this hollowness underneath to happen because I have connected planes. If you have just a plane by itself, when you push pull up, it almost always leaves that connected at the bottom. So let's see here. Same thing. Yeah, so we hit Option, pull that up to 1 inch. And then same thing here. That one didn't. Huh. I'm lucky. I'm a lucky guy. But that gets me my geometry.
Here's to a day of surprises.
Who knows? You never know what's going to happen. I'm going to triple click all of it, go to Soften and Smooth, turn on Soften and Smooth, and I think I'm there. The last thing I need to do is, because the way I did this is separate surfaces, I'm going to come down here with my eraser and get rid of my extra geometry down here. This is a spot that I could use clean. Clean actually came up during our Q&A. I could absolutely use clean there to clean that up instead of just selecting and deleting, erasing. And then I'll just reverse this face. Last step, of course, triple click and make that a component. Part 1. And then I'll run Solid Inspector real quick. Looks like I do have a stray edge somewhere. I'll fix that, and that's done. All right, there we go.
Nice.
Just like the drawing.
And save.
Oh. Really? Did they come out for now?
Here they all come.
Okay, save. We'll call this new parts. Okay.
That's nice and vague, so that you won't get confused with the next new parts.
It won't be new then. I'll have to come rename the file. All right, so don't step on that, Laura. All right, we're gonna do our best to make sure that we get everything the right scale this time. I've pointed out, I think last time we did this, I pointed out how I modeled everything in meters and then didn't rescale it, but I was going to, and then I didn't do that. So let's go grab this. Change.
My mom always said it's the thought that counts.
And I didn't even think about it.
Oh, okay. Never mind then. Thought about it at the beginning.
Rather than loading a separate watermark, I'm just going to double click the existing watermark, hit browse, and then grab part 2. And then I'm just leave it the same size, just click OK, and there we go. All right, so this one, hey, this looks like this could be inches too. Let's just model this in inches, why not? The reason I picked this one is a lot of these ones most of them that we're doing are sitting on this kind of, the base is the largest piece. Every once in a while, I have a little piece sticking out. In this case, there actually is no base. We actually have, you know, a bunch of shapes here, all coming down, and there's nothing actually at the bottom. So I thought that would be kind of a fun one. So let's see. I would probably start this with a rectangle. So this dimension right here, this 3.5 by 5, I'm going to make that my initial size. So 3.5 comma 5, and that's that space right there. It looks like, no, I wouldn't do that first. I'm going to argue with myself real quick.
So Paul's chiming in from Twitch here that Alejandro Soriano is modeling live modeling an octopus in SketchUp. But he's doing it on our time. He's competing with us.
Alejandro knows what's going on.
I don't know what he's thinking.
I'm taking him off.
But actually, I think I might go over there. So
yeah, hold on.
If I get quiet, it's because I'm not watching.
Okay, I'm putting him on the bad list. Alejandro. You know, if you went at 2, we could have just pushed everybody right to you after this. No, that's awesome. I wish I could see it. Hopefully I can go back and watch the recording. All right.
Yeah, I don't know if it's just Twitch or where.
I'm changing my mind here. I'm going to go ahead and, you know, maybe we'll watch Alejandro's and maybe that'll inspire our next live model. That could be kind of fun. What I learned from Alejandro. All right, so I'm going to come up 1.5. And then there's a bunch of things we don't have numbers for. I'm going to draw this over like this, drop this down. What is our full-on height? Our full-on height is 3.5 inches. So I'm going to do a guide. I'm trying to make myself like guides more. So I'm going to pull this one and I'm going to go straight up, 3.5. That's my tallest height right there. That's this end down here, by the way. That's not this round part, that's this piece right here. All right, and then what I have there is, if I come in here and just
move your drawing around. You're drawing on your shoulder right now.
Sorry about that. Thank you. All right, so if I cut that in half, I can model just half of this and flip it over. So it looks like this comes down 1.25, comes over half of 0.75, which is 37.5, 0.375, and then that goes up like this, and then goes this way, 0.75, and then comes down 1.25, and then connects there. I think that is this shape. And then this side has half circles that'll raise up over, but right here and here I think all lines up. So I think that's right. So I'm going to take that and again use rotate. Option, rotate that around like that. And then 0.75 up, I'm going to use another guide. Of course I'm going to use guide. What else would I use? Duh. And I have a radius of 1 inch on a circle right here. Pull it this way, 1, and then that drops straight down here and here. Okay. I'm going to delete everything that's not this face. All right, that then, let me delete this, that goes through 0.75. I was just thinking how that was going to close up because I had a face down there. Oops. All right, then that piece, I can grab all of that except for this. I don't need that little line. And I can option copy that back here. Now, what happens, get rid of this guide. This line right here goes straight back. This line comes straight through here. I can actually just drop a rectangle right there. Well, hold on, because that would actually not, oh, and then another, another rectangle in the middle to break these pieces up. Then this goes up 3/4 of an inch. I'll hit my option to make a new face and pull that up to 3/4. Option, pull that up 3/4. There we go. As far as I can tell, that is what I got going on here. Does anybody disagree? If so, please let me know so Jody can block you from the chat.
Muted. Dave did point out that the overall height of this thing will be 4 freedom units when we're done.
Oh, because yeah, I got to put my circles on here.
Yep.
But it's at such an angle, because it's like this, that it's hard to see. But if that line is where this comes across, then there would be no room for a face between. All right, so let's slap a circle on here. So I'm going to put 2 circles, one like this, and then one of 0.25. Really?
So the radius is 0.5 for the outer.
Right. So that's this one was 0.5, 3/8. What's going on?
The diameter is 0.5.
My numbers are off.
Right things.
So I have this as 3/4. This should actually be 1 inch. So I'm going to pull that out a 1/4 inch. Pull this one out a 1/4 inch because that's what that says right there. And then I'm assuming, yeah, it's the same. So I need to pull this out. These are the same length as the legs, but they actually need to be like that. And now if I draw a circle right here, that's a 1/2 inch. If I go a 1/4 inch, that looks righter. And I'm just going to grab all of this, option copy over here. I'm going to pull this one through, option making a new face again. Then I'll get rid of all this and pull this one through to make the hole. There we go. I could have modeled that, grabbed it, and moved it over, but it's such a quick process that I really feel like copying that over like that is less work. Ooh. Uh-oh. Until I broke everything. Oh, sorry, just kidding.
Hey, well, that's the trend.
Yeah, break it all. All right. And I think
Now
that
you're
was
just stomping all over your.
that was way
your picture in the
weirder.
corner.
That was way weirder than I thought it was going to be. I thought that seemed a lot more straightforward. It doesn't. I don't feel like I got everything right though. It doesn't look like the dimensions are correct, but whoa, that's not correct. That's supposed to be 1.75, and it's 2 1/4.
Well, that's no bueno.
No, that's a terrible, terrible mess. All right.
You should save. Andrew's request.
I saved.
Your stuff looks kind of chonky. It looks a little leaner in the picture.
I just figured out what it is. So I thought this 0.75 was this dimension right here. That 0.75 is this dimension here. And that 0.75 comes off of 1.75, which leaves a 1/2 inch and a 1/2 inch. So that means both these sides need to go in a 1/4 inch. So I'll take this and I'll push this in 1/4 inch. I'll push this in 1/4 inch, and then I just have to recut these angles like that. I think I did it right now. All right, let's see how that looks.
That done.
That looks
done
better.
better.
Yeah, that looks righter.
Mo better.
All right, I'm gonna triple click and soften real quick to get rid of my extra edges. I'm gonna make that into a component. Part 2. I got a reverse face. Oh yeah, I do. Awesome. Hey, that was all modeled in scale. That's
Nice.
nice.
Marcus had a great idea.
All right, let's hear it.
You're doing all these additive, creating and moving away. Try making your next one like you're removing the parts that are not widget, like say a wood carving.
Marcus, like gold star. You go on the opposite list from Alejandro. I'm gonna put you on. You're going on the good list. You're going on the good side. You're over here, Marcus.
He might not be Marcus. He might only be Mark.
Oh, Mark.
I mean, it only says Mark on his name.
Well, I'm sorry, Marcus made the list, so you may have to change your name.
Sorry about that.
I was gonna go there. I honestly was. I was like, hey, it'd be fun to use solid tools on this. So let's try taking an overall shape and chopping pieces out of it to create the next one. All right, let's go to styles.
Okay, here we go. The next model then it's got lots of curves. That'll be an interesting.
Does it? Did I choose a poor time to do that?
Nah, this will be good.
Will it?
He said he is Marcus. His mom called him Marcus. So whenever you call him Marcus, he's equating you to his mother. So be careful. Tread softly.
I've been called worse, but never better. Was that good? It's the nicest thing I've ever been called.
I guess.
Yeah, it felt weird.
You don't sweat much for a fat kid.
Appreciate it as always.
Did you solid inspect that one?
Yeah, I had 2 reverse faces and I fixed them.
Okay. Depinder was asking what that was. That's on our extensions list, Depinder. Check out our favorite extensions from 2 weeks ago.
Okay, so I'm thinking here.
Okay.
Let me
So you can start with a block that's the outer dimensions.
Yeah, but I'm just thinking it's really just going to be drawing the shape again. It's just going to be drawing it in reverse and adding a step of cutting it. I'm thinking some of these other ones I think the next 2
be better for that.
Make a little more sense. Yeah, like this one, definitely doing cutting makes sense. This one, same thing. Yeah, I'm gonna model this one regularly, and then I will come back with the other 2, and I will absolutely use that. Okay, but it's cool because, like I said, it was interesting because I had that same thought. I think that's a great idea. So I'm gonna do this one like this. All right, I'm gonna draw this on the ground, but I want to try to start by creating this shape right here. So if I start right here in this, or no, I'll start up here at the top, and then I'm gonna come this way 3, then it comes this way 2, and then it's gonna drop down 0.5. Then it comes this way 2.5, because that's 4.5 minus 2. I can do math, I just choose not to. And this can come this way 0.5. So that's this little outline right there. That's how I would see that first part going. All right, now I have, let's work our way back this way. So first piece is 0.25. And then I have, so my overall height, let's drop another guide right here. Pull from here, come straight down.
More guides. How exciting.
4.75. I think I got to be careful. I'm going to wear the picture off this button if I keep tapping it so much. It's crazy. I don't think I've ever used guides this much. It's been a long time. So I have two curves.
Dave is suggesting he knows what that angle is, but I don't want to tell you. I want you to have to math it out.
This one right here? Or this one?
No, the one that's going, I think, yeah, that one.
Well, yeah. Just watch this. Watch me anti-math this. I'm going to come here with a circle, because this radius is coming off of this point, so I'm going to put a circle right here, pull it back to 1.25. There we go. And now here I have a curve with a radius of 0.5. So I'm going to draw a line down 0.5 and then draw a circle straight up to there. So those are my two curves. So I would probably just do, nope, wrong one. That to connect to my points. I am using the segments of the curve rather than the curve intersection. I could use something like, is it True Curves? I think is the one that's from TIG.
So does that have something to do with welding?
No. Sorry.
Oh.
I know. TIG welding, that's kind of been a big win. All right, I'm going to pull another guide over from here, because that's where this line goes to. It goes to right there. Then it goes again, this line.
True tangents.
True tangents, that's it. Why did I just draw a line up? I don't know. This should be 0.5.
I was excited to see.
Oh, look at that. My guidelines intersect right where they're supposed to. No big deal. It's a big deal. I'm going to go this way. 2.75.
It's kind of what they're supposed to do.
All right. And voila. I believe this is the proper shape. So let's
like it.
Let's carry
a toilet
on.
and profile.
It does look like a low profile toilet. I'm going to take that and push that this way, 3. And now all I got to do is add a quick arc. For my arc, I'm going to keep it at 12 sides. My circles are 24 edges, so my arc, which I'm doing a half circle with now, I'm going to leave at 12. Pull that from here to here. Pull it out to half circle. It'll actually snap when it gets to half circle. Maybe. Oh, there it is. I'll pull that up to here. And then I will do a circle with a radius of, a radius of 0.75. Whoops, missed it. Which I can then pull all the way through. Awesome. So I could have done subtractive modeling with that, but it literally would have meant going in and modeling this shape exactly how it is here, putting it over the block and subtracting it. So it almost ends up being more steps than just modeling this way. But the next one is actually, I think subtractive modeling is going to be the smarter way to do it. Let's take a look at that. I'm going to take all this, make it a component, part 3. Just check. Of course, well, yeah, of course, it's solid. It's good. Look at that. That's 3 pieces modeled to scale.
Nice.
And evenly spaced. In there.
Dominic, he's questioning if that last angle looks right. What is the?
This one right here?
It looks kind of long.
Well, so if I take 2.75 and add 0.75, that comes up 3.5. This is a 4.5 overall, so it should be 1 inch this way. 1 inch. Vertically, 4.75 minus 3 is 1.75 minus a half is 1 1/4.
Yeah.
Oh, 1 1/4 minus another 1/2 inch is 3/4.
All right. Just looks weird.
Just saying. Sorry, didn't mean to insult you with perfection or anything, but yeah, no, that does look odd. And actually, let's do this. Let's go to our camera and give a parallel projection. And yeah, I can kind of see how that looks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but for the most part, fits. Perfect.
Pretty close.
Wow.
Wow. Look at those dimensions lining up with those points. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and call that acceptable and save. And with that, we've made a micro bidet. That was topical.
All right.
Because toilet paper.
Nice. Way to stay on target.
Tie together. All right. Let's do some subtractive modeling now. So I'm going to go to my style. I double click my current piece. Browse to part 4. All right. This guy right here. Let's start with let's say we got a circular piece of stock. That's the right term, right?
I would call it metal.
Okay.
But what do you know what I want?
But what if I'm carving it from
Or
a
maybe you
piece
could call
of
it
cow?
Oh, touche. I'm kind of grossed out right now.
Yeah, that's probably true. All right, so this is a simple 3-inch circle. So here I have my outer diameter 3, and this is 1.5. It's like the fanciest washer ever. 1.5. Okay, I know I'm having problems. My brain can tell. My brain can immediately tell if I'm not in the perspective view, and it's like, something's wrong. Okay, so I'm going to take this right now and make it my first group. So this is going to be my stock piece. So I'm going to come in and I'm going to make 4 cutters. One's going to cut out the middle. One's going to cut out this notch. One's going to cut out these 2 circles, and one's going to cut out this notch on the top. So I'm just going to make them right now. So I'm going to come in here with my circle first. I'll line it up center to center, and I'll pull it along the red axes again, so my axes line up. This is 2-inch radius, so it's going to be a 1-inch diameter, or 2-inch diameter, 1-inch radius. And then I'll just pull that through both ways long, make that a group. And then let's get Solid Tools up on the screen. I'm going to take this one and I'm going to subtract it from this one. All right, piece 1 done. Up next, we have a notch that is 3/4 of an inch tall, 1/2 inch deep, coming from the center. So let's see, I'm just drawing a line here at the center to map this out. All right, so here's what, I'm going to try this. I don't know if this is going to work or not, but I'm going to grab a rectangle from the middle. I'm aligned to the red axes. All right, and I'm going to draw a rectangle off the middle that is where's my dimension? So it's going to be 1 inch wide and then 3/4 or 0.75 tall. So let me check that dimension vertically, 3/8 of an inch. So now I can take that shape, push it through like this, push it through like this. So since I drew it around the center point, that's why I made it twice as wide. So it's only supposed to be 1/2 an inch deep. So from here, it'll cut in 1/2 an inch. But because I was drawing the center, I had to pull it both ways. So I did have to math that. I added 1/2 inch to 1/2 inch. So I did break my own cardinal rule. I apologize. I think if I can do math without any sweat involved, then it's okay. If it's like 2nd grade math, then I roll with it. So I'm gonna make that into a new group, and then just
So math
simply,
in July is verboten.
that's, well, I guess so, yeah. Summertime, no summertime math. All right, now what we got is 1 inch back.
So a couple people think this thing looks like a fastener out of an IKEA kit, but I think it looks like the Geffen
that.
logo that kind of rotates as as the movie starts or something.
I can see that too. All right, so here I have, this one's simple. This is a dowel we're gonna put in, but we gotta find where it's gonna be. So it is centered 1 inch back from the face. I don't have a geometry here. I do have a center point that I might be able to get to find that. Oh, there it is. So I could jump to there and draw this back, which I guess that'd be the most proper way to do this. So I'm gonna come back on the green 1 inch, and then I could put a vertical circle right on that axis. Oh, what's half of 0.375? Now that just doesn't seem fair. All right, here. I'll do the math. I'll draw it on the ground, 0.375. I will cut that in half, and this length 3/16 of an inch. Oh, that makes sense.
Look at that. No math. Look at you not mathing.
I'll fight all day long to yeah. I guess I'm getting lazy when I'm actually giving in. All right, so I'm gonna come this way, 3/16. That is my cutter size. So I'll take that, pull it out this way, pull it this way, and then I can triple click, make group, and subtract from my main piece. All right, we're getting there. It's all coming together. All right, last thing we got right here is 1/2 inch back. We have a 1/2 inch wide slot with no vertical measurement whatsoever.
Shouldn't. Oh wait, yeah.
I don't know how. I got to know how far to come down. Dealer's choice. I do what I want. All right. So I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna draw a line up and then back this way. 0.5. And then I'm gonna draw a line long like that. And then 0.5.
Yeah, there is nothing that is revealing a depth for that groove.
No, there's really. So all that was, this is just a 1/2 inch rectangle, 1/2 inch wide rectangle, a 1/2 inch back. So actually it's at the center. I could have gone off the middle point actually and drawn a rectangle. That would have worked. Since I have nothing indicating how far to drop it in,
we do know that it doesn't go all the way through because it's not showing.
Right. I'm gonna go halfway through the material, like that. Put a point right there. And I'll take that, make that a group, and cut that from here. Looks like that could be right. All right, let's do the photo check. Let's go to parallel projection.
And solid check. And save it.
Whoa, what am I, a multitasker? Okay.
Sorry.
It's all right. Yeah, that looks
Just
like that could be right. Yes, I'm gonna say that's perfect. I'm gonna say that's exactly what was intended. All right, since I don't know any better, we're calling it done. I'm gonna triple click. Oh, I don't have triple click, it's already a group, so I just right click and say make component and call that part 4. I feel like I'm making a series of movies with all these parts. Once again, modeled in inches to scale. Let's get that set up. Awesome. Wow, look at all you guys with your math things happening. See, that's why I got to figure stuff out quick, because you guys will ruin it for me.
Yeah. Spoilers. Here's the number.
Yeah,
It's
so
possible they didn't do the math. It's just possible they just know from habit.
that's true. I guess I remember doing that when I was doing architectural design work. Everything was foot, inches, and sixteenths, and being able to real quickly, take any number of sixteenths or values or cut them up, and got used to it. That whole number thing is rusty right now.
Holy cow! I just checked on the octopus and it's already done.
Well, hopefully Alejandro shows up here now that he's done doing his thing.
Yeah. Yeah, his live model is only going to be 20 minutes long because he models too fast. Psh, boring.
Well, yeah, but I'm on my 4th model, so there.
Yeah, see, exactly.
Plus an
4
octopus.
times as fun.
That's one leg in a radial array. Pff. I'm just kidding.
Oh, maybe. Let me go look and see. No, they're posed.
Okay, so
I don't know.
that's 4 pieces. So that's actually a valid point. Somebody's calling this out. It would probably make sense to go into my model info at this point. If I am going to continue modeling in units, I could come in here and change this to decimal inches instead, because everything I'm doing is decimal inches on the drawing. So that would actually make a lot of sense rather than using fractional. I just fall back on fractional because it's my personal experience, but that would make the most sense. You're right. Whoever said that. I think John McSee pointed out I could do that. All right. Oh, Andy got stuck in the toilet. No, I mean, got stuck on this. Was there a particular part you got stuck on, or actually, I guess at this point maybe you're still catching up. But if I'll take this opportunity to plug the forum again. If you're working through on something and you do get stuck on a specific piece, you can use that forum thing to say, here's where I got to. Can you help me out, or I missed this part, or something like that. Use the forum. It is a great place to get answers to questions you don't have. Well, that's why you ask questions. All right, last piece. This piece is a little bit more work. And I picked this piece specifically because of this thing right here. So
the chamfery bit?
That's the one.
You think it's only on the, it's probably only on the front, huh?
Yeah, it looks like it's square cut back here. So I think it's just on one side. But maybe this whole thing repeats. I don't know. We'll see.
Fillet. Sorry, it's fillet.
That's.
I just
I'm
call
sorry,
everything
guys.
a chamfer whenever it's a piece of corner removed.
All right, let's do it. Let's do this. So when I look at this, I'm going to actually, hold on, I'm going to come in here to my styles. I'm going to bump this a little bit smaller. Ooh, a little bit lower quality image. So the way, when I see this right here, my impulse would be to draw this shape first, and then have this leg come out, add the round, and then do this fillet around here last. So, or actually round here and have this fillet go like that. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. Maybe somebody can tell me, does this look like this circle doesn't go through, it just sets in a little bit? Doesn't look like that? See that second circle?
I was thinking that maybe, that has to be what it is, because otherwise I was thinking maybe there's a deeper hole in the back, but there's no details about a different hole back there.
Or this whole thing is a shell, and that's, so it's all this thing. But it doesn't have, I don't see any place that it actually calls out thickness, just the diameter of the hole. I can do what I want again.
I've been redeemed. It is a chamfer.
It is.
So, yes.
How about if I just say champ fillet from here on out, and that way we got everything covered? Like when I say accesses. All right, I can tell from your overwhelming silence that that is a great plan. I will go with it.
Oh,
All right,
I love it. I'm
so
sorry. Yeah.
the other thing, thinking ahead, it's going to make it a whole lot
What's
easier.
that mouse by your left hand?
Whoa, look at that. How'd that get there? This right here is a 3D mouse, specifically the Space Mouse Enterprise from 3D Connection. It allows me to move my model in 3D space without having to take up using this mouse. So this mouse can be used to do other things. I can move around, pick a command, click in my menus, whatever I want to while I'm moving in 3D space using the 3D mouse. Not a requirement for SketchUp. You don't have to have one of these, but it is nice. It's a time saver if you're a designer, and if you're a presenter where you show your SketchUp models, it can make them look very nice by moving smoothly. That's what that is. I'm working on getting that pitch down to about 20 seconds.
Yeah. Are you appropriately like gesturing along like Vanna White style as you about its merits?
Yeah, then I'll ask for that affiliate link. No, I won't actually do that. That would be unprofessional. And we're all about that professionality. All right, so I'm going to start by drawing this P shape. Is that a P or is that a Q? No, it's a Q.
It's a backwards P. Yeah.
Yeah, that'll work. So I'm going to do my overall shape. So I'm going to go up 5. Ooh, this is a big piece. I'm going to come this way. Oh, golly. Does that say 2.875? Maybe.
Yeah, I'm gonna call it 8.7.875. Yep.
Okie doke.
Because that 7 looks a lot like the 7.5 in the diameter specified right below it.
All right.
Or 1.75. Yeah.
All right. So then I'm going to come back over here. I'm going to get my return dimensions. 1.75 here. And then I'll just go up like that. And then right here, oh, no, radius of 1.75. There we go. So I will actually just do this with an arc. I don't have to do a circle. And come here, drop down, 2.5. Let's do the line. 2.5. And then I can just draw an arc. All right, and then that comes back to here. And while I'm here, I'm just going to draw my half of 1.75. I'm going to fight it, which will be, of course,
Wait, Steve said it's 3.5, not 2.5. Did you do something wrong? Something was supposed to be 3. Yeah, that was supposed to be 3.5, not 2.5 for the big P or big.
Oh, yes,
Q,
you're right.
Whatever.
Yes, this should drop down 3.5. There we go. Let's try it again. Thanks a lot, math. There we go. That looks better. That was closer to what I need here. All right, so now this is 0.875. That'll be a circle from here. 0.875. There we go. All right. That's that. Now, working our way through here, I have an arc right here of 0.5. So I'm just going to draw a line this way, 0.5. Draw a line, drop down here, 0.5. And then just do an arc of 6 sides. It's going to like that. I did 6 sides, of course, because my whole circle is 24, my half circles are 12, so my quarter circle is 1/4. All right. that is that, and that is 1 inch thick. Right
You
here.
could chew off your little notch, or are you going to leave your notch and
I'm
cut
gonna do
that
that
off after you do your
afterwards
follow me?
because
Yeah.
yeah, by keeping a square face right here, it's gonna be a lot easier to push this fillet chamfer knockoff roundy bit. It's the technical term off there.
Agreeable.
Ooh, see, we're learning. All right, so now I'm gonna pull this leg out, and that's a 1/2 inch. So I'm just gonna come up here, up 0.5, draw it across like that. This out to here is 2.5. I already came out 1 inch, so that's just another 1.5. Awesome. So it looks like there is, so now we have a couple things. I'm looking for a place that it actually calls out what this round section is. And I don't see it. I'm wondering if it's a 1/4 inch, because it kind of looks like this is halfway down. That would make this a 1/4 inch. But you can see it's that same number as here, 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 and I'm guessing right here.
Yeah, without them ever calling it out, I think
Dealer's
you
choice
just gotta
again.
rely on your eyeballs.
All right, so I'm gonna do that once right here. I'm just gonna say, just to look at it and see how that looks.
Yep.
Okay, Jody has confirmed it. All right, so I'm not actually gonna put that there. I'm gonna put it a couple other places. I'm gonna put one here. So I'm gonna go this way, 0.25. Up here, 0.25, and then just draw one of those 6-sided arcs between the two. And then I'm gonna do another one right here. I'm just gonna double click to add it there. Sorry, go ahead.
I would want to call that the first thing you did whenever you pull that across. I would want to call that a fillet because it fills, what's it do to that corner? Fill it. He fills it in.
It fills it?
That's what fillet's supposed to mean to me.
That's what it's supposed to mean to you? I got that. All right, so let's clean up some of these edges. All right, I like it. I like it so far. All right, now this is truth time. So I'm going to draw that same arc here. Just go this way, 0.25, drop a line down, 0.25, put an arc between those 2 points. Now, I'm going to pre-select my path because I'm going to tell it that I want to take this on here, around that arc, that piece, that arc, that straight, that arc, this straight, this arc, this straight. That'll bring it right back to here. All right, so let's do all of that. Select the line first, and I'm going to say, follow me. Right there. Most of that worked.
And this would have been fine if you were, oh, that's still fine enough.
Yeah, so, yeah, if I scaled up.
Scaled up, yeah.
Probably would have fixed that. Yeah. This is not too bad. This is pretty easy. Get rid of this little chunk right here.
Hey, here's a stitching opportunity. How's that?
Let's get satisfied. So a little bit of an overlap here. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna force this like this. Yes. Yes.
Nice.
Yes.
Snitches get stitches.
Yes. I inevitably, anytime I stitch, somebody goes, couldn't you just loft that or something like that? Absolutely, but by the time it took me to draw those 4 lines, I would figure out where curve loft is in my UI, so that's just as easy.
Hey, at least you have less extensions to choose from now.
That's true. It is a lot cleaner than it used to be.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to take, let's put the circle in. The circle's not, it doesn't, okay, so I
Good
do
luck figuring
have
out
a
how deep it
dimension.
goes.
Yeah, so this circle here is funky. I got one down the bottom. I'm going to assume it goes all the way through. And that is, let's see, I'll pull another guide. Pull a guide here.
Another guide. That's 3 different models now. This is
I know.
getting weird.
This is, well, technically it's all saved in the same model, so this only counts as one. That sound fair? All right. So I'm going to grab from this point, come this way, 0.875, and put a circle with a diameter of 0.25, which gives me a radius of 0.25, which gives me a 1/2 inch diameter. All right, that's there. This fellow right here, here, let's do this. Let's pull a guide down to this point right here. That gives us that guideline across there. And then we do another guide off of this side, 0.875. All right, so that gives us basically that little thing right there. And we, of course, have to do some more math because the outer diameter is 0.625. Does anybody know? Oh, look at that. Coffee just showed up. Again, another perk from working at home.
The 1 o'clock coffee.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm never going back to the office again. Okay. So
it's probably better coffee too.
It's good stuff. All right. I was distracted by coffee and didn't do math, and
it was perfect. Everybody said 5/16.
That's right. Much easier. So I'm pull this way. 5/16. So even though I changed my template to be decimal, I can always input again in fractions if I want. Just like if I'm because I'm inputting inches doesn't mean I can't go type in a millimeter measurement if I want. All right, I'll take that and I'm going to push it in. Let's just look. 1/4 inch looks too deep.
How many freedom units is a smidge or a skosh?
I want to say 0.1. 0.1.
Okay.
Let's see what 0.1 looks like. Yeah, that's 0.1 units. Well,
that's perfect to me.
I'll say it's good enough. All right, let's triple click that thing. And I'm going to soften and smooth it real quick. I know that they actually have their cut lines on there, but I hold myself to a higher standard. Uh-oh. Okay, so this is a thing that happens sometimes, and I have not figured out exactly what this is. Somehow, I created duplicate faces when I stitched. So what it's telling me is that this face, there is one piece that's, I think, if I delete this, yeah, see I can delete it, and the geometry underneath is still there. I don't know exactly why that happens, but I'll delete those and then option. Again, I think all of that, I know I challenged myself with this idea of modeling everything in exact units. If I had scaled up by 10 or something like that, this probably wouldn't even have happened, but I'm rebellious. For some reason, that one was there 4 times. I don't know what happened, but we're back to a single surface now. That generally seems to happen when I'm doing something like that, where I'm creating something real small towards the edge of what it can what SketchUp can generate geometry-wise. But with that, we have our super freaky cue.
Nope, it's not done.
Almost.
Okay.
Sorry, coffee break right in the middle of that sentence. Almost done.
It was to build up anticipation.
That's right. Nice. So I'm going to call this part 5. So I'm going to put it in a container first, so it's all in that geometry. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make another guide. I don't even care who knows anymore.
What?
I'm going to pull a guide off the bottom. I'm going to pull a guide off the bottom 4 inches. And I'm going to come here. So what this has is this surface lays down 30 degrees. I can't just break it and rotate it 30 degrees because what that'll do is that'll end up pulling those edges in and I'll end up with this whole top half will be weird. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to grab a rectangle in my red plane, and I'm just going to draw a rectangle that is bigger than what that needs to be. There we go.
Look at you.
See that?
Hey, have you saved lately? People are starting to wonder. People are asking questions.
I don't know. I don't know, but there's no harm in doing it, right?
What's the worst that could happen?
Let's not find out. I'll save.
Maybe that's next week's Q&A session.
That's what's entitled. What's the worst that could happen? All right, I'm going to grab that and I'm going to rotate that then 30 degrees. I'm almost there. So now the last thing to do is to come in here and I'm going to grab this surface and this surface and then say, well, I might be able to intersect that surface. I'm going to right click and say intersect face with model. So if I use with context or with selection, it won't see this plane from outside. By saying with model, it's going to check all the geometry in the model that crosses it and break it. So if I hit with model, I should get a nice clean break, and now I can actually come in here and, whoop, it did not break that last one. I could have extended that plane long past it and deleted that, but that'll work. Delete, delete, delete. Get rid of these lines.
Yeah, that intersect with model was the extent of solids tools before we had solids tools.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's cool. There's a lot of cases where I use it rather than solid tools, and it's situations like that where I could have made that. I guess I could have pulled that to make it a solid geometry, made it a group, and then use it as a cutter to subtract. But that's like 3 extra steps as opposed to just intersecting. But then I have to delete. I don't know. I guess I don't know. There's probably, I don't know. I just don't know anymore.
I think that that could be part of the new drinking game. Every time Aaron says, I don't know.
Oof.
Do you think it's a good idea? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know about that. Well, okay, so I got a problem. We're only an hour in, and I've already finished all 5 models we were going to do.
It's because you made them so much smaller. That went faster.
That's why.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Size is relative to time.
So I put this on the list to maybe try next time, but maybe we can even find one now. Be a good project to make an anvil.
An anvil? Wow, yeah, if somebody can find a dimensioned anvil drawing and put it up on the forum, we could do that. We could do that right now.
And all the pictures of anvils that I get initially are really old.
Yeah, I don't want to model corrosion. We could hit it with the road afterwards, but...
Yeah. This one's units are all wonky. C, X, A, W. I don't think that's right. Those sound like made up numbers to me.
That's not right. That's obviously somebody's lying to you about something. So I do want to take a look at what Alejandro did. But somebody mentioned the octopus. 3D printed anvil. I like that idea.
Okay, so I just posted a picture with some units on it.
Sweet. We're doing Jody's anvil.
Oh, so Alejandro's thing's over, so I don't know how you can go back to his octopus.
It's on Twitch, though, you said?
It was on Twitch. It was only on Twitch.
Okay, we'll get it later. I can't stream what he did. That's against all kinds of... YouTube doesn't care for that. Facebook doesn't care for that. So I can't look at what he did. That's right. I can't do it online, but maybe I'll take a look at his and talk to him and see if he's okay with me playing the same game he's playing. Eric Lopez is asking about a tube chassis, and I would recommend JHS Power Bar has a line to tubes, and I would totally recommend that, because then you can just draw your shape with just line segments and then just grab them all and just hit the button in Power Bar. It says put a tube this big around it, boom. So that would be my suggestion for doing something like that.
My favorite JHS Power Bar is the chocolate and peanut butter granola.
Jody Gates, ladies and gentlemen. All right. All the way
Hey,
down here.
what the heck? Andy posted the same thing as me. He's copying. It's a jeweler's anvil, so I say you can make it little or you can make it bigger.
All right. Okay, cool. Let's do this. So now for item number 6 out of 5. Let's do this. I'm gonna come here and change my watermark again. This time I'll change it to our Anvil image. Is that big enough? That looks big enough. That should be big enough.
Big enough for me.
That's all that matters. All right, cool. All right, let's look at some things. So I kind of feel like this is a perfect opportunity to do some subtractive modeling. Because
Andy pointed out his is meters, mine is not. Good point. Good point, Andy.
What is yours?
It's the exact same drawing. No units.
Oh, good. Well, yeah, because this is only 2.5 inches by 6.5 inches. I guess jewelers.
It's a jeweler's anvil.
Okay,
yeah.
that worked.
But you don't have to make it that small.
I do. I'll do whatever I want. I don't know what I want.
You do. Fine.
Okay. Okay.
That picture is from a blog post from 2000 and something, because it has last update was 8/14/2002.
Nice. All right.
So it's a lot old.
Here's what I think I'm going to do. I think we're going to start with this profile right here, and we'll extrude that out, and then we can cut out this from the side, this from the side, and then this and this from the top. That makes the most sense to me. So I'm going to start by trying to mock up excuse me, this profile here. So start this rectangle right here, which is 2.5 wide. Oh, that's teeny. To get back in here. And then how tall is this flat? That's a 1/2 inch. We go up 0.5. All right, so there's my initial rectangle. That's that. And now the overall height is 3 inches. Hey, let's use a guide.
Oh, no. I don't like guides.
Well, you're going to learn to love them. All right, so at the top, the widest part is 1 1/4. So let's see. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to draw a line right here that's 1.25. I'm going to select said line from the middle and put that right here rather than figuring out what half of it is. Drop that down 0.5. All right, so with that, I've created this, whatever this, I know all the parts of the anvil have names. Like this is, I think this is the horn up front. I don't know what the flat part is. It's just like a rhino. It's nothing gross. All right.
So there's a hanging end and a punching hole and a tool hole and a face and a step and a table and a bick.
I bet that's a table. You guys think that's a table? It's probably a table.
Well, let's table this one for another time.
Dang, you're on fire today. All right, so I'm going to draw my arc with I'm going to draw my arc with 12 sides this time, just to get a little more fidelity in here. And I don't have an exact measurement for this arc, but I'm going to do that. And then just to make that symmetrical, I'm going to rotate that around like that.
Everybody's saying that's the face.
This is up here? Okay.
Yeah.
I totally believe you. I believe it. I believe it. All right, so I'm going to take all of that now, and I'm just going to extend it 3, no, I don't know where 3 came from, 6.5 inches.
It's a nice number. I mean, don't
Sometimes
get me wrong.
words just do their thing. Oh, look, there's actually, this arc is actually called out right here. How about that?
Oh, I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure that you could just make all these arcs up.
Guess not. All right, this does mean, all right, so I'm gonna grab all of this and I'm gonna make it a group. Because now what I want to do is I want to figure out this piece right here that's flat. So this does come in 1 inch. So actually I could do this in group. I could take this and I could push this way 1 inch. That takes it from here where this ay, that. So this is where I could put this cut. So maybe I'll do that first. Maybe I'll do that right now. I'm going to come out here. I'm going to draw a plane to work on. So this is just going to be a straight work plane. X-ray. All right, so I want to put, this is not an equal arc. See that? So it does, this first half is at a different arc than this arc. So I'm going to use my Bezier curve. Start right here, come down to here, pull this first one out, maybe a little bit further past, and then this one back a little bit. There you go, like that. Whoa. No, that came off surface. Try it again.
Oops.
Draw Bezier again. I'm having some issues. This is the 3D mouse driver. I'm still using the 2019 one because I haven't had time to go back and get the 2021 to work perfectly. All right, so I'm gonna come here, pull a little bit back on the green. There we go. That actually did that backwards, didn't I? Third try's a charm. This one actually goes out like this, and this one pulls.
Maybe you should use a guide. Now that you're all about guides.
Maybe I will, mister. No, I won't.
Okay, man.
Not on Bezier. No, I'm not going to do that. All right, so I'm going to take all of that now, make that a group, and then I can just subtract that from here. All right, there we go. I went in a
Based
little.
on the size of this thing, you could totally 3D print this and then use that to create a mold for casting.
One could.
Looks like they actually cast these out of brass.
Oh, jeweler's ones?
You don't want it. Yeah, looks like
That's
it.
interesting.
Maybe. I could be wrong.
All right, so I'm going to come underneath now, and I'm going to figure out this bottom piece. So what I have is, come this way 1 inch.
Or bronze. Sorry, that's the word I meant.
That happens.
And Steve corrected me.
Then I come this way,
Thanks,
5/8. Good thing you're paying attention, Steve. And then I will put a circle right here. So that's my 5/8 inch half circle right there. And then I'm gonna go this way 1 more inch. All right, so that's what I want. So I'll take that. Well, actually, I don't even need to flip it to the other side. What I really want to do is this right here. This shape needs to cut up like that. And then that's the shape I'm actually concerned with. I don't really care about any of the rest of this geometry. I guess I do care about where this is because that's where the front stops, but then I can take all of that stuff, get a line right here, and I can take it and I can rotate it 180 degrees, and then I'll grab all this minus these guidelines and all this, make that a group, and then subtract that from my body here. There we go. Those two pieces are cut out. And now, while I'm at it, I'm just going to come in here, draw a line across here, and push that back like that. All right, so we're getting close. We're getting close to that classic Anvil look. So I got another chunk to cut out here, but before I cut the chunk off, do I know this dimension? So it looks like that dimension is 1 3/8 plus 2 inches. No, let's stop all the mathing.
Maybe you need a palette cleanser. There's a couple of Anvil jokes that have popped up here.
That's better. I'm just gonna push it back 2 3/4 because that's what it says right here. There we go. Okay. So now what I need.
It's 2 3/4 from the other end. Wait, is that right?
Hold on, it looks like it's too long. That's what it says right here, right? 2 3/4 from my overall length back to here. That's where that table ends.
Yep, yep.
That's what I did. Okay. It looks weird, but that's what it says to do. Oh, hey, look at this. I actually have a dimension here. From here to here is 2 inches. This would have been good information to have before I made this arc, because I'm not too far off. I'm 0.08 inches off from having this arc be in the center. Let's check the feet at the bottom real quick. Got 1 inch. Got 10/8. Got 1 inch. Overall width, 2.5 inches. It is entirely possible, and I know this sounds like I'm making an excuse, but it is entirely possible that, actually I'll keep that in there, that this drawing right here was not perfectly to scale. It could happen.
Stranger things have definitely occurred.
I would say so. All right, so I'm going to get a nice flat work plane right here to draw my curves on. And one of the lines I want to be concerned with, which I don't know I'm really being concerned because I know I'm a little bit off now, but is this guy right here. So that's how far back this curve should go right here. So it should come back to here. That's going to go out like this, and then it's going to come back up like this. So I'm thinking I got 1, 2 curves. So I think I'll do that. Let's see. So I wish there were some like proportions or ratios that I could use here, but I don't have that. So I'm going to make them up. All right. So that's right. So I'm going to have this curve come to here. This curve's going to come to about here, and then this curve's going to come up to here. That's what I'm going to do, because that's the reason why I'm going to do that.
Are you really far from the mouse? Steve has commented a couple of times. Maybe if you move this drawing closer to the origin, then your mouse might stop acting so weird.
Oh, that's definitely possible. So I think at least part of it is I don't love that curve, but I mean, at most I'm a couple feet away from the Something like that. I don't know. All right.
Yeah, Bezier's always start
Oops.
to look a little too wonky to me, and then at some point decide I hate Bezier.
That's a nice option. Screw it. I hate it. All right.
It's your fault, not mine.
All right. So I'm gonna take all that and soften it so I don't get any weird cut lines, and then I'll take all of that, make it a group, and cut it out of our. Oops. Our main group is not solid right now. Maybe it's because of that reverse face. Let's see. Okay. There we go. Now.
Marconi said that a B-spline, not a Bezier curve. I don't know what the difference is.
Yeah, to make this all one. I made sure that I was tangent at my breaks. So these two met at a horizontal line. This one met at a vertical line. So I kind of did that, but yeah, it would be, one spline would be a little easier. Didn't work. All right, I think we maybe run into, let's see. I'm not too far from the origin. I'm like 180 inches. We'll come over closer. All right, I think in order to do this subtraction, I will do nothing because everything's perfect. Okay. Last piece here. We're getting close. We have, so 3/4 of an inch. So if I come up this way, 0.75, that's where, oh, this is thinner though. This is 1 inch wide. This is supposed to be 0.5, then come up this way, 0.75, 1. All right, so this is the square of the flat right there. And then from there, it's gonna come all the way out here on a subtle arc, which I will Bezier as well. Like that. All right, which I'm gonna, of course, use rotate to flip, and that is the shape that I want.
It's being suggested that the lower flat top is too low.
That this? Oh, yeah, it is. So this needs to come up. Oh yeah, because this is that full height. That's only an 1/8 inch down. Okay, so this and this are up there, which is fine because this mass here is about to get all messed up anyhow. Now I'm trying to figure out what the best thing to do right here is. When I get to this point, generally speaking, when I get to this point of solid tools where I'm going to start making a mess, my inkling at this point is to grab this, make a copy, and set it over here. Because there's a good chance that whatever I do now is going to not be perfect. Well, I know it's not going to be perfect. That's a fact. But what I want to try,
screw up.
what I want to try to do is make some geometry. What I may end up doing is create just a section that I'll take and slap over here or something like that. I don't know. I'm not sure what's going to happen. The other thing, done. You got it. The other thing I do is I could actually explode this and see what happens if I do something like take this geometry right here down and then option offset down like that. Because I'm thinking this might be the way to do it. There's a second step here. I still have to go in and make that round shape. That's not what I'm doing yet. I'm just trying to get the initial outline. If I do all of that, I can grab all of that intersect face with selection, and now come chip away and just see what that left me with. Because I think this is going to be a pretty solid start to, to what I want out of my final geometry. It's looking like a toilet bowl again, Jody.
Maybe that's indicative of something.
Or does it just look that way to me? Do I need to use the restroom?
It's good that you're asking that a lot. What is this feeling? What is this feeling I have?
What's going on?
Is it a bowel movement? Maybe.
Yikes. I don't think so. Pretty sure not.
I don't know. I don't know if I like how fat the end of the horn is. I want it to be pointy up to the tip.
I didn't do
so
that.
I can work
I didn't
on
do something right. Oh, yeah, because I only drew my arc right there.
You built your arc to the bottom, not to the top.
That's right. All right, we'll fix that. This will all, it will all be made right.
It's for jewelers who only make jewelry for people with chubby fingers.
Hey, everybody's got to have a thing that sets them apart, right?
Yeah, specialize.
That's right. That's how you make it in this world. Become really good at something or be the only one offering it. Then you can be mediocre.
People are starting to say the word curve aloft a lot here.
You guys know it. That's where we're headed. I'm going to back into it. All right. Just cleaning it. It's still got a little cleaning to do. Going to have some pieces here to... Oh, now what happened here? What happened here? How come it didn't happen both the same on both sides? Right, there we go. Not my final geometry, but it's gonna, it's gonna be something to work off of. Cool. All right, there we go. With that, get rid of this piece up here. That's all right. Yeah, what I was thinking was actually taking this right here and then scale it right back down to where it was. It's okay. I got funkiness. I got some funkiness. Yeah, you know, Jody, as soon as you pointed out that, why did that happen? Hold up.
That's fun. That's a neat thing you got going on there.
That's a thing.
As soon as I pointed something out, I broke something with my point.
Yeah, I'm going to fully blame you if you're cool with that.
That's fine. That's fine.
No, I'm wondering why I got non-symmetric geometry here. It's odd. It's odd. All right, let's try this. Better. Okay, there we go. Now, yes, you guys all already called this. I need to have that blend into this better than what's happening right now. So what I'm thinking about is I kind of like keeping, because this is squarish at the beginning, so I'll probably keep this line and this line. I need to get an arc here to here that's round. So I think I'll do that. I'll just draw an arc straight across from here to here. Turn on X-ray and drop that straight down to where it hits. All right, now I'm going to cut this too so I don't lose everything. Now I'm going to delete this piece, and this piece. And I'm going to select, I'm going to say that this piece, And that piece. Yes. And I'm going to go into Tools. I'm going to save. I don't know what's going to happen now, so I'm going to save. Tools, Fredo, Curveloft, skin that thing. No. Actually, I'm going to go turn on my Curveloft tool palette. There we go. Hold on. Select, select, select. Huh. So it doesn't like that. Let's see what we can do to make it like it.
Those other drawings were too easy. We had to go pick something to test your chops.
Guess so. All right, so let's try this again. Let's grab that. Oh, you know what? I could do. No. Get rid of those. Get rid of those. I'm not doing that. Nope, that's not what I want to do either. All right, so if I grab this, this, and this with those not there. I think I need an arc here at the middle too is my problem. I think it wants, might be able to do this with this. Oops. Let's see if I put a nice arc right here. A lot of times I found if I ask it to do too much, now let's see if I do just half of this. This piece, this piece, this piece. No, still doesn't like it. What's your problem, Curveloft? Oh, my edge is broken. No, those are the right pieces. It should. All right, let me try this. I've had to do this before where I got to come break my corners. Dang it, I keep hitting the wrong thing. That's not gonna work either. That's terrifying. All right, let me back up a couple steps. Nope, backed up too many steps. What? All right, let's try getting rid of a line up here at the front. Let's come right here, shall we? Find our first segment break there to our first break on this segment. All right, there we go. All right, with that broken, let's grab these three pieces and try, which one am I hitting by the way? Lost by
maybe
spline.
do this half at a time. How about that? Would that help?
That's what I'm trying to do. It's
Oh,
not,
sorry.
it's not caring for it for some reason.
Can you copy just that chunk, create a new instance? I mean, you already created a second anvil. Maybe just move the horn away.
I can work over here in peace. All right, let's try that. Grab all that. There we go. Something's interfering over here. We got it though. That's the important part. The important part is we got it though.
Again, where you work in really small scale, which is
that's true.
possible.
I wonder if that's my issue. All right, put that there. I'm going to create a quick mirror. Nope, the mirror line. Select that, mirror on here. I forgot to hit option. There we go. I'll grab both these and explode them.
Dave's over here touting the Dave method, which you apparently are not doing.
I know, I didn't. That didn't quite work out right. That gave me a little bit of a butt cheek right at the front.
a little crack. You need to wipe that up every time you make jewelry. Make jewelry.
Yeah. All right, something. So I feel like we have an opportunity to clean this up a little bit right here. I think I got extra faces again.
I keep seeing the front of a ship, the bow of the Titanic, as Andy said.
That sounds right. All right.
Did you say buttress earlier? I don't know. Sebastian wasn't
I don't
here
think
for
buttress
the
has come
beginning
up
of the
yet.
show. Huh.
We have not buttressed yet. All right. Some extra lines here and here.
Yeah, I think the Dave method, since he's pushing for that, I think we all just forgot that you were working in
I
tiny
forgot
mode.
I did, because we usually don't do that, because
Yeah,
I think if we scaled
atypical.
up, that would have shown up better. But call it persistence, obstinance, just general dumbness. I didn't do that.
If the shoe fits. Hey, when you zoom out enough, it looks just like the drawing.
That's right. And look how tiny this piece is.
That's adorable.
Wow. Makes our other parts look like maybe they're too big.
Yeah. What the heck are those things for? Who would even sit on that tiny toilet?
I know.
Or PBS logo?
Well, actually, if you were sitting on this toilet, this is about a full-size Anvil.
Oh, yeah, okay.
It's all relative. You know what this right here makes me want to do? It makes me want to create machine part drawings for the whole alphabet. So I got my Q here. I got an O.
Just flip it, and then it's a P.
This, I can't get anything out of that one. But,
I think it's an H. I mean, I'm seeing an H.
That could be. Oh, if we go. Oh, it's an I. Look at that. So we look at it from above.
Oh, yeah. Nice.
Uppercase I.
H and I are they're almost the same thing anyway.
Yeah, that's true. Flip them different directions. It's scale tool really at that point. You know, scale the whole thing and turn it 90 degrees. Yeah. YouTube said we need to drop it on a tiny Wile E. Coyote. Awesome. Well, you guys, I think that's enough. I think that Anvil was it. I like that. I think that's really cool. And an Anvil is definitely a thing that I have wanted to model before. So that was actually kind of fun.
And it was surprisingly difficult, unexpectedly so.
Yeah. Well, we're definitely light on dimensions as we did that.
Yeah, that's true. Well, and there's lots of curves
at
that
small
have 0
scale
dimensions.
Yeah. But I mean, there's no way you could show that to somebody and not have them know it was an Anvil unless they didn't know what an Anvil was. But,
and then after they saw it, they would know what an Anvil was. So actually, it would even be educational.
It would be a learning opportunity.
You should show it to people.
That's right. I'm going to start polling some people.
Perfect.
All right. Well, I'm going to save that. That will end up on 3D Warehouse. But we have gotten to the portion of the live stream where we're going to take a peek behind the scenes. So I did have to get, I had to get creative. I didn't have all the camera gear. I grabbed the camera gear I thought I would need for normal stuff, and I've made do. I've actually taken the camera gear that I have beyond what I thought I would use it for, and definitely done okay with it so far. But what I didn't have the ability to do is add cameras to what we already have. So I have multiple cameras. So to peek behind the scene, I had to get creative. And by getting creative, that means I actually have to use my phone now as our behind the scenes camera. So before we jump off totally though, I do want to go behind some different scenes. You all dressed, Jody? You ready for this?
There might be yogurt in my mustache, though.
All right, we can handle that.
It's gonna be nasty.
So first thing we'll do is we will say hi to Jody Gates.
Yeah. Hey, it's me. Look, I have my shirt on.
That's right. You know he works
I have
with
my
SketchUp.
shirt on.
He's labeled.
I always have a shirt on. Most of the time, I have a shirt on.
That way,
typically, I have a shirt on.
With the SketchUp shirt, if we misplace him, then they know where to return him to. So it works really well.
So you can tell you're a parent because rare do I notice what someone's wearing unless I'm having to try and figure out if I'm going to need to find them later. You go to the amusement park. Oh yeah, well, my kid's in the orange shirt. Look for the kid with the orange shirt.
That's experience.
Look for the guy with the red shirt.
That's thinking. All right, so that was several people asked. Look at all the hi Jodys, hi. Everybody saying hi.
Hi everybody.
So that's what Jody looks like, and he looks very professional with his mic and his pop filter and his yellow wall.
I'm wearing shoes right now, which is more professional than Aaron's, so I think that's pretty good.
I do still have my slippers on.
Yeah. Mine, I had to tie them even. They're not even Velcro.
Whoa.
So, yeah.
Wow. Are you going out or something? You got a date? Jeez.
I went for a walk.
Oh, okay, that'll do it. All right. So, and like I said, this is something we're doing because you guys asked about this, is the ability to take a look at what it looks like when it's not just here. I mean, one thing, we'll hop over right now. Let's do this. Let's take a look at, we'll start by looking at you guys. So I'm gonna start right here. So I'll record this just to get it out of the way, but that's you. So when I look at you, that's what I see. And I also see this, because this bright light right in my face right there. But that's you guys. That's what you look like. You look like that. Right down here is my laptop. See that there? And then on either side of the camera, these two big monitors. This one on the left is actually the machine that is streaming. So everything goes up into this machine. Wow, that's fun. I'm just gonna do this for a few minutes. Okay, anyhow, this, everything actually streams through this machine. My computer's HDMI goes in as a video input. The camera that you guys are on is a second input. Over here, this little camera right here is the intro outro shot. So that's the one that actually, it sits over here and it looks this direction to see all my stuff for the starting soon screen. And then,
man, I picked the wrong day to stop sniffing glue. This video is tripping me out.
Sorry, one more camera up above, and that is the overhead that actually goes down on that mic pole right there. So that's basically, so a couple things. So I have these white stripes here. That's the clear zone. That's the part I have to keep clean because that's what's seen from above. So as long as everything stays outside of that white, then I know I'm not showing extra stuff. Then, so let's see, I'll flip this around like this. Let's see if we can see this. So this is what is actually happening behind me, is this big old green screen we have. That's what gets taken out. It takes all that stuff out, and that's lit by a light right next to me also. So all in, I mean, and here's I haven't had to use it for a couple weeks, but there's the heater because it's cold in here sometimes. But that's everything. Oh, and then here's our audio.
Hey, crotch.
That's where the microphone runs to. And yeah, then this is the second monitor. And I said, like, this is what you guys look like, and this is what you sound like. You guys are this stream of comments. So that's like the second view. And this is why I was saying this is why the forum's nice, because I can keep this on a second monitor and see when you guys comment when new stuff comes in. But yeah, that's kind of our whole setup. So I had a question about this. It's actually isn't a chest clock. It's a thermometer. So it actually tells me how cold it is out here. So it's pretty nice right now. It's in the 70s. I had that over
thing's
here.
always visible whenever you're looking from the side view. So I always expect people to comment on that when they're asking about your space mouse.
Yeah, I've never had that question before. So that is kind of everything we got set up. Oh, and then the other thing I should point out is, even though, so we didn't do it a lot this time. Here's Jody again, but we always have a SketchUp, or a Google Meet running in the background, and then that's how I'm able to hear him, and then he routes through my computer into OBS. Whoa, tunnel time again.
Whoa.
Watch this. Okay. Anyhow, so that's how Jody joins us. Is he's able to talk real time.
I'm sick right now.
Yeah, one of the big problems we had, of course, was coming up with a way that we could have somebody who wasn't here in the room while recording or while streaming actually talk live, because there's probably up to a 10 to 15 second delay of what's going on here with what you guys are seeing. So that was our challenge, and that's how we did it. Was we actually used a separate platform running to make sure we could hear Jody as well. Sorry, I gotta plug this camera back in. Like I said, we didn't have enough stuff, so actually stole an HDMI to make that camera work. So that's our behind the scenes look. I hope I didn't torture anybody too much with the messy shop behind it, but yeah, that's what it looks like on this side of the camera.
Now let me run out to my shop with my camera. I'll show that off. It's clean right now. So
I know you got Jody has a nicer shop. I will give that full credit for that one.
One of these days, when I can figure out how to get better bandwidth out there, I'll work from the shop anyway.
That sounds good. And Jody does. You stand during the stream, right?
I've only been standing for the last 15 or 20 minutes.
Okay.
I got sick of sitting. It's been 2 hours of sitting.
It would be nice. I don't have a standing desk at work. I sit through most of this stuff, which is a bummer. Anyhow, yeah. So now you know everything. That was the only thing that was remaining for you to learn, and now you know it all. That's everything.
Wow. Holy cow. You guys know everything now. How amazing is that?
Big J Gordon's asking about the lights. I've gotten used to it. I mean, when we first started doing the live stream, which was, I'm trying to remember when Josh and I did the first live, like 2 years ago.
It's been a minute.
Yeah, and that was when we had Matt Robeson with us, and he did that, and it was intense. The first couple times I had to work under the lights, I remember sweating a significant amount. I think I ended up wearing shorts most of the days we filmed, because you can only see from the waist up, and that helped cool things off. But I've gotten used to it. And this is an LED too, so it doesn't actually create any heat. It is just a bright light about 2 feet from my face. So I've just gotten used to it. It's not too bad. Between streaming and recording, I just kind of got used to bright lights shining in my face, I guess. Yeah, that's all the things. That's all the things I've got. Yeah, I'm actually having a little bit of an issue with the hair thing, because I only have one hat. I have several beanies, but I only really have one hat. I'm gonna have to start digging and try to see if I have another hat anywhere in the house. Not that I don't like this hat, but I really feel like I need to mix it up. Yeah.
I mean, you already mix it up with the shirt. It seems like you, and since you can only see half the shirt half the time,
Yeah.
maybe you just need to start having clever hats.
Yeah, I guess I could see how that works. see what, I just need a Sharpie. Keep Trimble over here and then write something else over here. Ooh, what if this was dry erase and I could put something new each week? That'd be kind of fun. All right. Yeah. So I think we're there. I think we have delivered everything we promised we would do. So, couple reminders as we head out. One is our hi Jody is our Finish This House contest. You guys got 2 days. Friday, right at the beginning of the stream, we're going to go through and take a look at some of the models, and maybe we'll try to pick a favorite. Us, the grand us. That means you guys. We'll try to pick what's our favorite, and maybe decide a winner for this week. But you will have to get it in by noon Mountain Time on Friday. Again, it's an ongoing contest, so we'll have multiple winners. But this would be the first winner would be whoever we pick this Friday. So I would suggest spending some time the next day or two if you want to get something in there. Like I said, there's a lot of cool entrants already, but it's not too late to get yours up. So give that a shot. Come back Friday because we will not only look at that, but we're actually going to look at Falling Water. We're going to do a Frank Lloyd Wright design. We'll see how that turns out. I'm interested because I have.
It's going to be interesting.
I guarantee, one way or another, we will find something that is of interest. I have done many, many, many houses from plans in the past, but I've never done one that is this recognizable. I've also never done one that's this unique. And the plans that we're working from that were uploaded on Monday, which was awesome. Appreciated those uploads. But they're not really like full plan sets. They're kind of like small little profile-y type chunks. So we'll see. We'll see how it turns out. It's going to be fun. It's going to be something.
It'll be one way or another. No matter where you go, there you are.
That's right. We will be somewhere doing something. And
there you go.
Yeah.
There you are.
We'll end up with a model. I can guarantee that. Well, unless something happens between now and then, but that'll be the plan. So
Marconi keeps asking, I think he asked this earlier, switching, like, can you turn tooltips off and on? I don't remember you being able to.
No, tooltips are just part of it. I know some people have seen some issues with certain, I don't know about Mac, but certain versions of Windows interrupt tooltips sometimes. So sometimes tooltips don't show up and you got to restart SketchUp or something like that. But I know that's a Mac thing. I don't know. That's about everything I got. Yeah. We're doing the Falling Water house from Frank Lloyd Wright. So the one that's a big, huge concrete rectangle cantilevering out over a waterfall.
Is it all this concrete? I guess I always thought it was bricks.
The main portion, the column that comes up in the middle is all, looks like maybe it's like local stone.
Oh, yeah, stone.
But the actual protrusions, the decks that come out the side are all concrete. That's what I've heard, but we will definitely defer to anybody who has more experience. I have a couple stories that I've heard about Frank Lloyd Wright, which I'm not sure 100% true or not, but I'll throw those out and pretend that I know them to be fact when time comes.
Facts are great. I love truth.
Cool. Well, that's it, guys. We're there. We have moved fully several minutes into and past the end, so we'll call it at that point. Thank you for hanging out with us. Thanks for if you did follow along. Hopefully, you got a handful of. You don't have to count this little guy in the end. We can actually push him out. Here we'll go. That.
Extra credit. It's extra.
That's
it's
right.
Bonus points.
This was the assignment. So hopefully you got those. If not, YouTube will be processing that video and it'll show up hopefully in the next couple hours. Sometimes it shows up in the first 20, 30 minutes are chopped off, which is weird. I don't know why that happens. It's part of YouTube's processing. We don't actually do anything other than change the thumbnail. So sometimes it takes a while to process those videos, but if you need to go through it again later, the files will remain in perpetuity up on our forum. And this video, like I said, should be available as a live video in YouTube. So
RSN.
yeah,
That means
I'll,
our risk
I'll
window.
save one more time. That's right. All right, but that's it. So thank you for swinging by. Thank you for hanging out with us. Stay safe, stay sane, and we will see you guys on Friday.
See you next time.
Thanks, guys.